NATO has developed a number of partnership tools and mechanisms to support cooperation with partner countries. The Operational Capability Concept Evaluation and Feedback Program is one of them. It's used to develop and train partner land, maritime, air, or special operations forces that are declared available for NATO-led operations and the NATO response force.
JFC Brunson was tasked by SHEP to do NATO Evaluations Level 2 for Austrian armed forces, but not just for Austrians. There are other countries who are in Operation Capability Concept full of forces. So JFC Brunson with officers who are doing this job, doing evaluations, we're trying to not just to evaluate, but just also to support the countries and their units in this process, OCC evaluation feedback process. What we also try to do is to find the best way for the trainings, and at the end to together successfully manage that unit is combat ready and interoperable as well.
We have to seize a tactical assembly area and to be ready with our CBRN defense company for further missions. And due to the evaluation, we have to cope with IEDs on the road and also with demonstrants and also with some other things, with attacks for example. And we have to show and to prove that we are able to survive in this tactical assembly area, to protect ourselves and also to react very quickly if it's required.
To be participated in this OCC team, Jordan get invitation, and I'm finished the courses related to this process. The OCC program is give me or my country also a new experience and make us more contribute with NATO countries.
OCC evaluators put under the microscope every action made by the evaluated unit, sequence of actions, soldier safety measures, time to execute them, and many more details. All the tools used to evaluate are the same for any country, regardless if it is a NATO partner or a NATO member.
A check to be in line with international standards. That is important due to the fact that Austria has a huge contribution to missions, not only for NATO, but also for the European Union and the United Nations. And at all missions abroad, it is necessary to be in line with international standards, and in that case, NATO provides the tool to check those standards and, if necessary, to increase standards if there is a lack at the one or another area.
We are here mostly on our own, Austrians evaluating Austrians. And when we bring in other nations as evaluators, it gives us some kind of neutrality. And they see things a bit different, they see things that we might not see. And on the other hand, we have the NATO members who are very skilled and have the knowledge on all the processes that can guide us through the whole evaluation.
Even though this process can often take a few years, the OCC has contributed significantly to the increasing number of partner forces participating in NATO-led operations and the NATO response force.
For this mission, I have to say that we try to fulfill the NATO standards as good as possible. All our directives that we have stick to are written and translated from the NATO standards, and we implemented them so that every soldier of my company is used to the NATO standards. Yeah? And so there are not so many differences now between our Austrian standards and the NATO standards. Okay, we have other weapons, our vehicles and other uniform, of course, but the way we execute, for example, a decontamination site, or we do gym recce, or we seize an assembly area is, for example, I think the same way like a Norwegian guy or a soldier from Great Britain, France or United States.